You mentioned about verification of the projects, because I think that is something that is really important, especially people who are giving money. How do you ensure the projects that are being funded or about to be funded are thoroughly checked and are the right type of projects for your platform?
So firstly, in terms of rightness or wrongness, we actually don't have a filter. We want to be guided by the communities in terms of what support they need. So we don't screen out anything that comes in. There is a very intelligent mechanism. It's a very simple form, and that allows us to, not just for us, but also for them to see where they stand with regards to what they want to do. With all that mapping, we'll also be able to see how many similar projects exist in an area. So we might be able to influence collaboration on the ground. So in terms of projects, yeah, the idea is really to allow for everything to come through so we can find how coordination can work. In terms of due diligence of organizations, we do 3-tier of due diligence. We check them, organizations themselves, that they're registered or within the jurisdictions they are registered. We also do financial due diligence. We don't take money in our account. We actually pass it directly to the charities. So they have to set up a payment integration where they go through a KYC AML check. And thirdly, we do an impact due diligence as well to ensure that the need is really needed, and the kind of costs that are being allocated for the kind of activities match up, and that indeed these are some the best ways in which that project can have an influence in that society or in that community. So those are a few checks. In terms of verification then, as we know, we can, when we start raising money for something, we can only predict I'm going to have so-and-so impact, but actuality is always different from what we project. So we want to break that impact down into 2-3 phases. One is what they promised they will do. Second is what they actually did. And the third is evaluation. Did it really make a difference? And not then going back to the organizations that they were wrong or they shouldn't. It's a constant learning process, and that learning together is going to give us better answers. And sometimes we need to invest in failure so that we can invest in success. So that's how I see it. In terms of on-ground verification, next week we will be announcing a partnership with an amazing organization called Proof of Impact. They work with grassroots organizations to with digital interfaces that can allow people to literally say they have received the benefit. So we will be able to join the dots, not just from I supported this organization. We'll be able to join the dots from the beneficiaries as well. We actually received the support. And the dashboard will allow for a little mini report on each project that's funded in terms of how beneficiaries actually receive that support and how they're better off.